Welcome once again to my Flame of Recca Retrospective. In this episode, we will be looking at the second round of the Death Tournament, comprised of episodes 24 through 28. This chapter contains missing teammates, a mad scientist, and mind control. Now why does that sound familiar? Also, Recca makes some new friends, meets old enemies, and might just get a new dragon. But first, help me poison the algorithm by liking, sharing, and commenting. Maybe go back and watch my previous Recca videos, playlist in the description, along with liking, sharing, and commenting on those too. And of course, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And with that,
let's get to it.
Episode 24 starts right where the previous one ended. Team Hokage is leaving the arena and stopped by one of the tournament officials. She takes them to the suite where they will be staying until the end of the tournament, complete with a waterbed. Does anyone even remember waterbeds? We learn that Tokiya and Kagero are still in the arena checking out the team they will be facing tomorrow. Here we are introduced to Team Illusion, led by one of Kurei's allies, Jinjuro. Turns out the man-beast Seiju has soloed the whole round by himself, worrying even Tokiya. The next morning, Recca is doing a little training when Unagi and Fuko join him for a walk to check out the huge mansion nearby. Domon shows up and Fuko drags him off so Recca and Unagi can have some alone time. Interestingly enough, the lovebirds decide to turn their impromptu date into a B&E.
I'm doing a B&E, and if you're looking at me going, Dane, what is that, bacon and eggs? No. Although, I could always do bacon and eggs. That's fucking delicious. I'm talking about a B&E, breaking and entering.
Does anyone even remember Dane Cook? Once inside, Recca and his princess find large tanks with the names of various members of the Yuruhai on them. Kurei appears, telling his little brother about Mori's plan for immortality with the use of clones. Blah blah blah, the flame wielder's trash talk, blah blah blah, let's get to the tournament. So later that day, Recca and Co, minus Domon and Fuko, are at ringside. They are informed that since they are missing some members, those fights will be forfeit. Luckily, Kogane appears out of nowhere, offering to join Team Hokage and protect Unagi. Recca is hesitant, but everyone else is cool with it. So round 2 begins. Kogane is up against Seiju. At first it seems the boy wonder has the advantage, but Jinjuro uses some technique on the man-beast, causing a transformation into a pure beast. To be honest, if some dude stuck his fingers in me, I'd probably have a similar reaction. The old man explains that Seiju was once just a man, but with psychic surgery, Jinjuro had successfully infused the DNA of a lion with that of his patient, creating a chimera. Kinda like in Fullmetal Alchemist, just not nearly as fucked up. And as it turns out, psychic surgery is a real thing. Real like astrology, Santa Claus, praying, and the Lawrence brothers. Does anyone even remember the Lawrence brothers?
Whoa!
Seiju is much stronger and faster now, deflecting Kogane's Madogu, the Kogen Anki, sending it into the arena ceiling where it becomes stuck. The young lad is now defenseless, taking a beating from the freak of nature. Kogane finds himself flat on his back like an OnlyFans model, having second thoughts about leaving Kurei, and wondering if he deserves this for his betrayal. He reminisces about how much he looked up to his former friend, how Kurei had given him a home, friends, a purpose. But then he recalls the torture of Unagi and the evils of the man he once thought of as a big brother. Kogane finds his resolve. He gets knocked into the air, and as the beast follows, Kogane manages to pull off some platforming that would make a Super Mario speedrunner proud, retrieving his Madogu. This next part, I can't really do justice with just words, so I'll have to show you. And with that, Team Hokage take the first match, giving us a heartwarming interaction between Kogane and his new friends. Once again, the issue of Fuko and Domon's absence is brought up, but Jinjuro asks for a change in format. Winner fights until he loses. Recca and the gang agree, so Kogane gets back in the ring to face none other than Mukurin, the psychotic tree man. As you probably remember from the Mansion arc, these two were partners. Mukurin tells Kogane that he doesn't want to fight his old friend, playing on the kid's emotions. And just when it looks like the match will be declared a draw, Mukurin reveals that it's just a trick, attacking with his vines. The tree man has literally turned into a tree and pulled Kogane inside of him. It turns out that Mukurin's Madogu, Kodama, has been infused into its body by way of Jinjuro's psychic surgery, vastly increasing his power. Needless to say, with Kogane trapped, the match is over. But that doesn't mean the boy is safe. Mukurin taunts Team Hokage, saying that he'll use Kogane as a power source until he's dead. This is giving me terrible Lord of the Overfiend flashbacks. Does anyone even remember Lord of the Overfiend? It's actually pretty good. Maybe that could be the next series I take a closer look at. Let me know down in the comments. Backing up a bit, I should probably explain what happened to Fuko and Domon. After splitting from Recca and Unagi, the two are lured into a trapdoor that is. They find themselves imprisoned underground. Domon sees a button and decides to push it.
Nothing's gonna happen! It's not like this place will fill up with water if I press it!
And so the place starts to fill up with water. Flashing forward a bit, as they start to drown, the trapdoor opens, and Fuko awakens to see that Raiha, one of Kurei's men, had saved them. He explains that they had never intended to kill Fuko and Domon, only stall them so that Kogane would come out of hiding and join Team Hokage. He also informs Fuko that they are destined to fight one day because of their Madogus. So yeah, get hyped for that I guess. Domon and Fuko then head to the arena, just in time to watch Kogane's defeat. After his little buddy gets eaten by a tree, Recca is pissed, but Tokiya steps up to fight because while a giant tree may be vulnerable to fire, so is Kogane. Mukurin instantly keeps Tokiya far away and on his toes with non-stop vines, or I guess technically branches. No matter how many Tokiya cuts, they grow back until he gets the idea to freeze the ends. But Mukurin just sprouts more, forcing our ponytailed swordsman to rethink his strategy. And that strategy is to freeze the whole ring, including his opponent, thus saving Kogane and winning the match. Fighting for Team Illusion next is a young girl in a sailor uniform named Menno. Tokiya quickly forfeits the match because of the injuries he sustained during the previous fight, though it becomes apparent that he simply didn't want to fight a girl, meaning Recca is up next. Jinjuro produces an hourglass that has something inside, or should I say, someone. Thanks to Unagi's expert lip-reading ability, we learn that the man inside is Menno's father, Kazuo. As the fight begins, it becomes clear that the young girl is being mind-controlled, and her trapped father is insurance to keep her in line. Basically, she has 10 minutes to kill Recca, or else her father will die. Jinjuro explains that Menno's old man was one of his fellow scientists that refused to take part in the old fart's human experiments. The leader of Team Illusion decides to make Menno his next guinea pig, to which Kazuo opposes for obvious reasons. Jinjuro uses his Madogu, Mutin, to shrink Kazuo, and then use his psychic surgery to infuse the Madogu, Shikigami, with Menno, giving her the ability to use her hair as a weapon. With all this revealed, Recca instead turns his attention towards Jinjuro, attempting to destroy the Mugen to break the spell and trapping Menno's father. However, a force field is surrounding the old man. When Recca's flames fail to break through, he instead uses his fist. Seeing Recca's determination to help her and her father, Menno is able to break free of Jinjuro's mind control and attacks the force field too. Recca finally manages to breach the barrier and destroys Mugen, thus saving Kuzuro. Menno, reunited with her father, forfeits the match, gaining Team Hokage another win. With all his experiments destroyed, Jinjuro takes to the ring to battle Recca. Though his Madogu is destroyed, that doesn't mean he's defenseless. He is able to create solid illusions, or clones of himself to overwhelm Recca. Now why does that sound familiar? Oh wait, that's right. This series came out before Naruto. The clones get a hold of Recca, and Jinjuro goes for the kill, but instead only wounds the young ninja. When Neon, another member of the Uruha, comes out to tell him to kill Recca for Kurei, Jinjuro reveals that he is no longer working for his master, that he plans to take the dragons from Recca and then use their powers to kill Kurei. He places his hand inside of Recca, gaining control of a dragon named Tetsuna. However, the dragon has no intention of obeying the old dude and attacks him instead, gaining Recca the win and a new dragon. As per their agreement from before the match, Jinjuro removes the Shikigami from Menno, which Recca promptly destroys. This is kind of a dumb move on his part in my opinion, because Fuko could have really used that Madogu with her Fujin to create some badass Bayonetta style techniques, but whatever. Recca isn't known for his forward thinking. Next, as Jinjuro is leaving, Neon plays her flute, killing her former comrade for his betrayal, setting herself up as Team Hokage's opponent in the next round. Man, this second round of the tournament was so much better than the first. We get a lot more character development, especially for Kogane. We also get a lot more tension with Fuko and Domo, being missing, as well as more legitimate danger that our heroes face. So while some of the actual fight scenes are a bit lacking, the overall narrative and drama is, a lot more thrilling this time around. I'd be remiss to point out, some of the similarities between this round versus the second round of the Dark Tournament from Yu Yu Hakusho. I mean, you got missing teammates, mad scientists, mind control. Now, why does that sound... Oh, wait, that's right. I already made that joke. I'm going to give Team Hokage versus Team Illusion a B. A high B. Mostly because I'm hoping the next couple of rounds really blow me away. But if not, I'll retroactively give this round an A. And that's it for this episode. So please help me poison the algorithm by liking, sharing, and commenting. Hey, maybe even go back and watch my previous Recca videos, along with liking, sharing, and commenting on those too. Playlists down below. And of course, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. See you next time. Kogane finds himself flat on his back like an OnlyFans model, having second thoughts about his life choices. Also like an OnlyFans model.
Throwing it up. Kiko,